Hello. Hmm.
Hi, good afternoon. Yeah,
Yeah, good
can you hear
afternoon.
me?
Yes, I can hear you
Yeah,
now.
sorry earlier. Yeah, I think I accidentally pressed the mute button. Okay, out of it. Yeah, sorry for logging in so early before our class because it's actually my break time for 10 minutes and I think I don't have something to do. So I logged in already. Okay?
Yeah, no
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah, first of all, I want to say my greetings. Happy New Year. This is 2018. Okay?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Happy New
Is
Year.
this your,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, thank you as well. Is this your first class for this day?
No, I
Mm,
had a class with my regular teacher in the morning.
okay. That would be really nice. Okay, well, anyhow, I'm not really sure how to pronounce your name, so I never tried greeting you earlier. Okay,
Uh,
is it Elia or Elia
yeah, second
or
one, Elia.
Elia?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, quite a unique name. Okay, you're really in your NS course. That's why the pronunciation of your name is like that. Okay,
Okay.
yeah. But anyhow, for today, I think this is for a kind of event for evaluations, right?
Yeah, right.
So, what do you want to have?
I want to study the topic smells and childhood memories.
Childhood memory. Okay, so let's go back to the past. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, before sharing the article, what's your best childhood memory, actually?
Oh, uh, best childhood memory.
Mhm.
Oh, I haven't thought of it. Yeah, I
Hmm.
don't know well.
Or maybe there would be a lot. That's why it's hard for you. Okay, to
Oh,
actually think. What would it
mm,
be?
okay.
Okay. Yeah. But anyway, I'll try to share it to you now. Your article.
Mm-hmm,
Okay. I made a picture out of it. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
But hold on, because as you know, sometimes having video classes is quite slow, right?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Out of something. But anyhow, let's try. Yeah. Could you
Mm-hmm.
see now the page?
No, I
Oh.
can only say Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Let me share it again. Okay. How about that one?
Yeah, now I can see the
Okay, so
article.
that's
Mm-hmm.
better. Okay, so this would be the article. It's in your intermediate class.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, smells and childhood memories.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, have you tried reading this one?
Yeah, I already read it.
Okay, and may I ask first, maybe you have some questions, especially the words or sentences?
No, I don't have any question about words or yeah, the grammar things, but uh,
Hmm.
in this paragraph, I
Okay.
want to ask you about the content of this article. Uh,
Mm.
in this paragraph, they told us they already found um, the an area of the brain, and then that brain can store memories for decades, right? So yeah,
Yes.
it's
Hmm.
over, yeah, 10 years. But on in second paragraph, it is
Hmm.
known that this thing is able to store um, for yeah just for a short time, yeah,
Mm.
temporarily. So it's a little
Okay.
bit against first paragraph and second paragraph. So
Okay.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's the thing I can understand well.
Yeah, because in part of our brain, there would be a lot of parts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Inside of our brain. There are primary and secondary, as what they call for the second paragraph. Let's go first to the second paragraph for me to explain to you this word, piriform cortex, okay? I think
Mm-hmm.
I had this one when I was in high school. Yeah, if I could still
Mm-hmm.
remember it correctly, there are two kinds, your primary and secondary. For the
Mm-hmm.
first one, piriform cortex, that is the primary one. Okay, it means it would only store
Mm-hmm.
memories temporarily. It means they are not special events, so you could easily forget them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but
Mm-hmm.
when we had your first paragraph,
Mm-hmm.
scientists have found why smells recall feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is the secondary piriform cortex, or what we
Mm-hmm.
call not the temporary. It's like permanent. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
storage of our memories or events. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's the
So
meaning of that one.
so it means there are two parts of brains.
Hmm.
So uh, they are different, right?
Yeah, there would be different, okay,
Mm-hmm.
out of these
Okay.
parts. each part has its own part or function in our
Mhm.
body. One
Mhm.
stores special events, and it would be for a lifetime. Some
Mhm.
events, yeah, for example, you just took a bath for today. Maybe for the next month you would forget it. Okay,
Mhm.
on what
Okay.
date? But if it's a special one, yeah, it would be
Mhm.
on your secondary cortex out of it.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay, I got it.
Yes. Okay. Any other questions out of it?
Mm. No more. No more
Okay. So
questions.
let's try to ask.
Mm.
I will be
Mhm.
asking you some questions. Okay.
Okay.
Um, as you told me, because there would be a lot earlier about your childhood memories. Okay. So
Okay.
let's take it part by part. How about with your father? Okay. Is there a
Um.
memory that you would like to do again with your father?
Uh, to tell to tell the truth,
Uh huh.
I think I didn't have yeah I didn't have a good relationship with my father, because my father always went out. So
Oh.
when I was with him, there
Mhm.
was silence. So
Mhm.
sometimes I was in a car with my father because we went to some place together. But
Mhm.
during at that time, we didn't talk anything.
Mm.
We didn't talk about anything. So I was really, I really hated being with him in a car together. Yeah, only with me and my father.
Ah.
So and until now, I don't like my father that much. Yeah, I know
Okay.
he did many things for me. I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, make money and then yeah many things maybe, but we didn't talk. We haven't talked. And then the way he speak
Mhm.
is like he speaks really slow, so slowly. So that's also second point. I don't
Mhm.
like him.
Okay. Yeah, but may I ask you, are you annoyed out of the things that your father does, especially speaking slowly or not talking or having a conversation while having a long journey? Are you annoyed out of it?
No, no, not at all. But I was uncomfortable,
Mm,
because
nice.
I don't like a silence. But I
Mm.
have to be, yeah, in silence. I have to be being silence. How can I say?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but if that would be the situation back then, why not starting the conversation? Maybe your father only waits for you to start the conversation.
Oh no, I started. Sometimes I
Uh-huh.
asked, but yeah, we just talked. Several. We talked about yeah something, but it just stopped because it didn't go long.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
It just suddenly stops,
Yeah,
okay, out of it without follow-up questions, as they say,
yeah.
if you're a teacher. Okay, anyhow, I hope it would change for the next few years, okay?
No.
How about with your mother?
With my
Mm-hmm.
mother,
Uh-huh.
good memory. Um, I can't. I can't come up any good memories with my mother. I don't know why, but when I think of her, um, I can just yeah. She discriminated my brother and
Oh.
me. So when I think of her, yeah, just how she behaved
Mm-hmm.
differently to my
Mm-hmm.
brother and me. But
Mm.
nowadays, yeah, I mean, when I think about my childhood,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have them much good memories about yeah my father or my mother. But when when I'm grown up, then
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I know they did many things to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
materially or
Yeah.
yeah or
Financially as
yeah
well.
yeah
Uh-huh.
financially and also emotionally. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. The way we're brought up, it means some parents would be helicopter parents. Right? Do you know about helicopter parents?
No, I haven't heard of it.
Uh, yeah, helicopter parents means they would decide something for their child. okay,
Mhm.
or for their children, and there are no decisions or opinions coming from a child. So I think it's quite difficult, okay, to have a life where someone decides, okay, about all your own decisions. Those are for helicopter parents. But in your case, I think your parents shown you in being independent. Okay, I think that's the best part. Maybe you are telling me that you can't think of a certain good memory out of it, but for each
Mhm.
and every day that they took care of us, okay,
Mhm.
including me
Sure.
as well, okay,
Mhm.
is a good memory already, okay, out of
Mhm.
it. Yeah, we're brought up being an adult actually, okay,
Mhm.
is
Yes.
because of them, okay, out of
Mhm.
something. Yeah, but anyway, as you told me earlier, you have a brother, right? Do you have a sister?
Yeah, I have a sister.
Oh, you have sisters. Oh, so this time I think you have good memories out of your siblings. Mhm.
Yeah, I told you my parents, especially my mother,
Mhm.
discriminated my brother and me. So I don't have that much good memories with my brother, but my sister, she is really nice. She is a nice person. So
Mhm.
when I was in university, when I was a university student, I wanted to go abroad to study English. Actually, I went to the Philippines
Mm.
during my summer break when
Nice.
I
Uh-huh.
was a senior, but I just stayed there for 2 months,
Mhm.
so my English couldn't improve that much.
Mhm.
So I talked about it to my sister, and she told me uh, she can, yeah, support me. She could give me a certain amount of money for me to go abroad. So yeah, I was really impressed because she had a really hard time to make her own money, but
Mhm.
she just said she can, yeah, give me, yeah, without any
Mm.
condition. So but
Okay.
I just rejected it because I know how valuable, yeah, that money is. So
Mhm.
but anyway, yeah, that's my good memory with my sister.
Okay. So, it means that your parents, especially your mother, has some favoritism out of your brother, if I'm not
Hmm.
mistaken.
Yes,
Or please
that's
correct
right.
me if I'm wrong. Ah, that's why you're most likely close to your sister rather than your brother. Okay?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay, don't
And
worry. They,
hmm,
mm-hmm.
yeah, keep going.
Yep. Yeah. All I want to say is all I want to ask is it still happening nowadays about that kind of favoritism from your parents?
I'm not sure. No, not yet.
Mhm.
No, not yet. Not now, not now.
Mhm.
Because I'm already married, and my
Mhm.
brother, yeah, is also married, got married. So we
Mhm.
don't live in the same house together. So we only met twice or third times in a
Mhm. Or
year.
thrice? Uh-huh.
Yeah, twice or third time.
Ah,
Third
thrice.
time.
Okay.
Twice.
Yeah,
Twice.
thrice.
Yeah,
Yeah. In
twice.
our chat box, thrice a
Twice.
year. Yes. Okay.
Hmm. How
Once,
about
twice,
four?
thrice.
How about 4 times?
Ah, that's the time you would be saying four times in each and every year. Okay. Yeah.
So twice is third times, you mean?
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, or you could easily say three times a year. Okay.
Yeah, 3 times. Yeah, 4 times. Yeah,
Yes, three
that's
times a
right.
year or thrice. Thrice is actually what's this one? An American rock band, but they are having it for twice or thrice. Okay, in numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And it?
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Or perhaps you could just use three times. It's common
Yeah, yeah,
rather
three
than thrice.
times. Yeah.
Okay.
So uh, we only meet 3 or 4 times a year. So yeah, we don't have much time together. So I
Mm.
can't feel any, yeah, discrimination nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Out of
I
it. Hmm.
complained about it a lot to my mother.
Hmm.
So she regret
Hmm.
about what she had done to me and my sister. So before, when I was young, she didn't ask my brother to do the dishes or clean up the house. But
Hmm.
now she's changed it. So 추석 holidays or
Mhm.
uh, what is it? Uh, 설날,
Mhm.
yeah, New
Solal.
Year's.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. My mother, yeah, asked my brother to do house chores.
Mhm.
So she changed it.
Ah, okay. Yeah, time changes actually for each and every time. Okay? Maybe we felt not that special when we were young, but nowadays it's still the same. Okay? We could realize something out of nothing. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just quite curious because you told me you don't have much childhood memories within your family, the best ones. Okay? So why choosing this kind of article? Mm-hmm.
Just I want to uh, there is no special reason I chose this topic. Just it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I didn't know. I didn't know I have to talk about my childhood memories.
Yeah.
The this
Mhm.
is just information.
Mhm.
Yeah, was interesting.
Yes, the information is really this one is really informative actually because it's more on the scientific fact for each and every person. Not everyone would know something about our brains, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Especially for distant memories, okay? And the one that you asked me earlier, okay? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so it would be really interesting for us to talk about, but it is always related in our experiences for each and every article that we will be choosing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, in your case back then, were you interested in studying science, especially when it comes to our nervous system inside our body?
No.
No. What's your best subject? Oh, favorite
ah,
subject back then?
Math.
Math. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope you won't be asking math for today. Okay. I'm not good at it. That's why my major is English. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, as a major in English here. Uh
Oh,
huh.
you majored in English? Did you
Yeah. My
major?
major is actually English when I was in my university years.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, December, I finished my master's as well. Okay, my
Oh.
major again is English, and
Mm-hmm.
nowadays, as you can see in the website, I only have classes until 1300, right? Yeah, not like for other teachers,
Oh.
1500. It's because I still have classes after this. After my work for each and every day, I need to go to my university to study.
Oh.
Okay.
But now
Mhm.
you said you graduated from your university,
Mm-hmm.
your
Yeah.
master degree.
Yeah. Master's degree last year. Last 2 years or 2 years ago, December. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. So now I'm having my doctorate degree.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Yeah, but it's mostly for literature now. I think I'm interested in literature. Okay.
I
Yeah, to
see.
have a wider vocabulary, as they say. That's one advice that I could give you as well, or
Mm-hmm.
tip. If you really want to broaden your vocabulary,
Mm-hmm.
try to study literature. There would be a lot of words. Okay.
Study
Yeah,
with
for you.
teachers.
With literature. Okay.
Literature teacher.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I think that's the best. Okay. If you would really like to broaden your vocabulary, the words that you're using, okay? Because
Mm-hmm.
each and every word has a deeper meaning. Okay. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't mean that we will be having it literally. Alright?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. In your case, if it's all right for me to know, I know in your request you don't like small chat, but if it's all right for me to know, sorry. Okay.
No
Yeah. May I ask
problem.
you what would be your major?
My major, I majored in computer science.
Computer
So
science.
yeah, I
Okay.
was a programmer, but now I
Mhm.
quit my job. So yeah,
Mm,
I'm not
okay.
a computer. I'm not a programmer anymore.
Okay. But let's try to connect that one in your article. All right.
hmm
It's like a childhood memory out of choosing your
hmm
major. So
hmm
why choosing that kind of major?
Um, when I was young, when I was 2 year of 2 years, 2 years of elementary school,
Mhm. Okay.
my father bought a computer. At that time, yeah, most house didn't have a computer, so it was a little
Mhm.
bit how can I say
Mhm.
unique.
Yeah.
So
Okay. It's not
I,
common actually,
yeah,
right?
not
For you to
common.
have.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
I was hooked in the computer, and then I tried to use it, and I practiced my typing, and yeah,
Mm.
it was really interesting. So
Nice.
yeah, at that time I decided, oh, I want to major in computer science, but actually uh, it was not the same as I expected. It's totally different. So
Hmm.
yeah, I regret my decision. Yeah, yeah, it's better for me to choose other major because it's computer science is,
Hmm.
yeah, it's good, but not the
Hmm.
best for me.
Yes, okay. So I think that's one of your childhood memory, one
Yes,
of the best ones. Okay,
best
because as you
one.
told me, yeah, yeah. Because I really don't know. Okay, what would be your memories back then? But as what you told me, you're one of the families who had that kind of computer. So it's a childhood memory out of it, and it let you decide on having that kind of major. And
Hmm.
nowadays, I think it's a good major because. As you know, technology when it comes to AI, they need a lot of persons like you, okay, who
Hmm.
graduated with it with that kind of field. So it would be your advantage as well, a good
Hmm.
memory as well for you to have. Okay,
Okay.
maybe as you told me that your father is really speaking so slow as well as being silent if you're having a conversation, but
Hmm.
still, there's an advantage out of something. Okay. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, in here maybe you have more questions, or do you want to add something more out of
No,
your article because we're running out of time so
yeah,
sad?
time is up, so yeah, it's okay to, yeah,
Okay.
finish our
Yeah, but
class.
anyway, before we end and before we say goodbye, I just
Hmm.
want to say have a prosperous 2018, and I hope you will be having a good career, wealth, and health, most importantly. Okay?
Okay.
And hope to see you again. Thank you very much for this day. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.